China's property sector shrank at a faster pace in the last 3 months of 2021 as the country's housing recession continued to take a toll on the economy. Yield in the real estate sector shrank 2.9% in the fourth quarter after a 1.6% compression in the prior 3 months. The National Bureau of Statistics said on Tuesday in a supplemental report on gross domestic product that was the first successive quarterly decline since 2008. The construction sector also saw its production decline by 2.1% during the same period. Those two sectors combined were 13.8% of national product in 2021, lower than the 14.5% in 2020. In today's video, we'll discuss about China's economic crisis and what officials are doing about it. But before that, make sure you press that red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon to get updated every time we post new videos. Let's get started. Gross domestic product data released on Monday showed the impact of the real estate downturn in the fourth quarter, as well as electricity crunches. Growth may have decelerated to its weakest in more than a year, even before the emergence of Omicron variant cases this month. Beijing's strict approach to stamping out coronavirus cases through lockdowns and quarantines is constraining consumer spending and fracturing some output and shipping operations. Goldman Sachs economists have formally cut this year's growth prediction for China to 4.3% due to the increased difficulty of containing the very contagious new variant. China's economy in the fourth quarter grew at the weakest pace in more than a year, signified down by the housing depression and weak consumer spending, data released Monday showed. Gross domestic product expanded 4% from a year earlier, down from 4.9% in the prior quarter. Growth of industrial produce quickened slightly in December, but retail deals slowed quickly. The breakdown of the GDP data confirmed the weakness in consumption, which was hit by restrictions to control repeated contagion outbreaks throughout the year. Hotels and catering grew 4.7% in the fourth quarter, decelerating from a 5.7% expansion previously. That weak sentiment may continue for a while, with the Omicron variant spreading in several Chinese cities. The growing threat of fiscal contagion underscores the challenge Xi faces as he overhauls the residential property market, especially at a time when outbreaks of Omicron in the country are darkening the outlook for the economy. Xi is seeking to reduce the trouble of a real estate meltdown to the fiscal system, as well as narrow the gap between the country's rich and poor. China will speedily roll out policy measures to boost domestic demand, Mr. Yuan Da, an officer with the country's top economic planner, said on Tuesday. China will also study targeted measures to bolster industrial product, Mr. Yuan told a news conference. Also, the country's strict adherence to its COVID-0 approach has pitfalls for the rest of the world. However, it'll probably worsen global force chain pressures that have boosted affectation in the EU if Beijing widens lockdowns to contain contagion outbreaks, which will most likely worsen global supply chain pressures that have boosted inflation in the US and elsewhere. So that's all for today's video. Let us know your views in the comments section below. And don't forget to like this video before leaving. Thanks for watching.